What's up, family? I'm back, and today, I guess they saying Lil Durk out here snitching. Man, I refuse to believe it. First, y'all trying to lock my mans up. Now y'all calling him a snitch. I got a problem with this shit. But let's go ahead and break this video down.
Day one of this Lil Durk trial is forcing the streets to have a very uncomfortable conversation. I know a lot of people online right now calling Lil Durk and them a stone cold rat for what took place in court today. And I know other people, like myself, who believe Lil Durk ain't rat. That ain't what ratting is. If you believe that Lil Durk ratted in court today, I think you are a doofus. I think you're a dummy. And Durk the voice, man, he's supposed to come to court and put it on all them peons, bruh. But in effort of transparency, we're going to provide both sides. The Lil Durk ratted today side and the you guys are dumb if you think Lil Durk ratted side. Let's rewind real quick and go from the very beginning so you guys understand exactly.
Before the video get into it, y'all let me know what happened in the comments, because I ain't watched this video yet and I ain't watched the trial yet. I'm coming back. Y'all see me. I ain't been on YouTube in a while. Let me know what happened. I'm gonna keep it so real. Did he rat? Like, keep it real.
What's going on and all the details, and then we'll get into what took place today.
And rapper Lil Durk has been arrested and charged with a murder-for-hire plot. The Chicago native, whose real name is Dirk Banks, was arrested in Florida by the U.S. Marshal Service. The 32-year-old's arrest comes as 5 other people in Chicago were arrested in connection with the investigation. According to the complaint, Banks and his co-conspirators allegedly worked together to, quote, track, stalk, and attempt to murder a target at a Los Angeles gas station, firing at least 18 rounds into the person's vehicle, striking and killing a passenger in the car. Banks made his first court appearance this afternoon in Miami. Banks' lawyer asked for privacy after leaving court, telling ABC, quote, "We will not be commenting at this time." I want to bring in ABC News contributor and Sirius XM radio host Mike Muse and ABC News contributor and criminal defense attorney Shauna Lloyd for more on all of this. And Shauna, I want to start with you on this. The charges against these men include conspiracy to commit murder for hire and use of a machine gun in a violent crime resulting in a death.
That's crazy.
The most serious charge carries up to the death penalty if convicted.
Outside of Lil Durk, the most important person in this case is Kayvon Grant, aka OTF Vonnie. Because OTF Vonnie was the person who purchased the flights, he purchased the guns, he got the stolen cars, he got everything you needed, including the ski mask, to do something.
And the crazy part is, I know a lot of people be saying like Vonnie and King Von was cousins. They not real cousins. You know what I'm saying? They just cool type shit. Now, what I will say, I heard they pops to school or something. What I will say is, in this whole situation that's breaking, that's killing me, is they got the niggas that shot at Lil Pab, them niggas is cooked. Like, they got them from traveling. You see how Flacco just broke down everything they got them getting, from the ski mask, the traveling, the plane tickets. They got all of that. The only thing they don't have is Lil Durk himself. That's why when it comes to the killers who took their ass out there to go do that, I don't feel bad for them at all. Fuck it. You just went out there and crashed out, and somebody who had nothing to do with nothing just lost their life. Even though Pab talked a little bit of shit on Twitter, he had nothing to do with nothing. If you was in Lil Pab's situation, you probably would have talked a little shit too, truth be told. So looking at it from, not saying it's cool to go online and talk crazy, but looking at it from that perspective, y'all, we can't just exit out the fact that Lil Bro got murdered damn near for no reason. So yeah, somebody do, there's consequences to actions. We can't just sit up here and act like there's not consequences to actions. And if people don't get their consequences, then nobody ever gonna change. You feel me? And and this is a serious situation. This is intentional. This ain't like they accidentally went out. No, this is all intentional. So them killers, they locked up. I do feel bad that Lil Durk involved, because Lil Durk one of my favorite artists. But at the end of the day, if they prove him to be wrong, he wrong, G. We gotta keep this shit real. You know, we keep it real on FSL's TV. He wrong if he wrong. You know what I'm saying? But if he not, get his ass up out of there.
Like this in broad daylight in the middle of Los Angeles. He's the one who orchestrated everything, set everything up, paid for everything using Lil Durk's credit card. Quite honestly,
he talking
I don't know
about
what Lil Durk was thinking. I can look at OTF
Vonnie ass bogus. I do not like that little
Look
nigga.
at him.
His
I
ass
wouldn't
so
trust OTF Vonnie to watch the ice in the igloo. Fair.
Right.
He just looked untrustworthy and dishonest. Look at him, bro. He look a little slimy, man. Every co-defendant that got arrested with Lil Durk looked dusty. Vonnie just the dustiest. Look, bro, Vonnie one of the dustiest human beings I'll ever lay out.
And Vonnie was stealing. Vonnie was stealing. He had all unnecessary types of money. He had access to banks He had all type of shit. Like, Vonnie was tweaking, folks. Like, straight up and down, G. Straight up and down, bro. Like, and I don't think Lil Durk should. And they said Vonnie snitching.
Eyes on, bro. If you don't got enough respect for yourself to moisturize, what makes me think you gonna have respect to keep me out of jail? You don't even love yourself. What makes me think you love me enough to where you will sit down for 30? Man, cut it out, bro. And predictably, because of course, the hungriest, brokest, most starving soldier is the first one to fold. See, OTF Vonnie began to work against Lil Durk almost immediately. And it was very crucial and very disappointing from Lil Durk's defense perspective, because OTF Vonnie was essentially the one in the middle of everything. He's the one who got the ski mask, the phones they was communicating on.
Shame. You know how it's always the motherfucker? And don't y'all peep this? It's always the person who's doing the absolute most. The person who gets caught up doing everything is the first person to fold. I hate to bring this up, but look at Sean Gathright in the Julio case. They said in the interrogation room, they told his ass, they told Sean, you is the reason why all this happened. You the one that got caught with the guns. You got caught with the cars. You got caught with the skis. Like, they told him basically the same shit. And he was the only one down there crying in court, talking about he don't even know these dudes like that. He just made a bad decision. The whole nine, admitted to everything. Like, that was Sean Gathright. So it's funny as hell now that they got the same shit on Vonnie, and he doing the same shit. Now he just singing like a bird, crying like a motherfucker. Like, it's always the toughest motherfucker in the room. It's always the motherfucker trying to prove a point. Always the motherfucker that's, yeah, let me do it. Let me get the guns. Let me do this. And they always the ones to get caught up, and then they want talking like a motherfucker. Like, just stay out the fucking streets, G. This shit ain't for you. Ain't no reason to be that cool in the world. That shit ain't for you. Get the fuck out the street.
The cars, the guns, the flights, everything. So it's bad news all around when that man has turned into an informant. When you learn that that man is coming to court to testify against you. Because that man who's in the middle of everything, he knows the entire operation. He knows everybody involved. He knows every minute details because, well, he planned it all. But here's the twist. OTF Vonnie coming to court and testifying against Lil Durk, it's actually the best thing for Lil Durk. It's a blessing in disguise. It actually gives Lil Durk the get out of jail free card he always wanted. It gives Lil Durk the out that he couldn't have taken without OTF Vonnie coming to court and testifying. This was such a blessing in disguise for Lil Durk, and you'll find out why towards the end of this video. So in the prosecution's opening statement, they essentially label Lil Durk as this bloodthirsty, revenge-ridden person who orchestrated the stalking and the murder of Quando Rondo's associate. Now, they would describe OTF Vonnie as Lil Durk's personal assistant. Lil Durk was a multi-millionaire. I don't believe that OTF Vonnie was Lil Durk's personal assistant, but they would say that OTF Vonnie, right, who already pled guilty, by the way, to this, he already confessed, was Lil Durk's personal assistant. Shit. He arranged the guns, he arranged the stolen cars, he arranged everything, right? He orchestrated all of Lil Durk's crime according to them, which I think is a stretch. Now, they would claim, again, Lil Durk was consumed with getting revenge against Quando Rondo for the murder of King Von. Now, Kayvon Grant, even though OTF Vonnie to me is the biggest rat in this situation, but he is by no means the only rat in this situation. OTF Jam and others are testifying.
So how many people are snitching? Is it 3 people? How many people are snitching? Everybody snitching? So you telling me the whole OTF on bullshit? Y'all gotta be fucking kidding me. It sounds like Lil Durk the only
Durk has a lot to overcome in this situation. Now, they made a mistake when they put the defense. They meant the prosecution. But you have people like, let's say, Keith Jones, who they're claiming is another witness who's involved, who's going to be testifying on behalf of the prosecution, not the defense, and David Lindsay as well. So Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and others like DeAndre Wilson, which is OTF DD, they were flown into San Diego on August 18, 2022, allegedly on the promise they will be paid for killing Quando Rondo. Now, here's the thing, and here's the problem with that specific detail. They have not named what the price was. They haven't said what Lil Durk promised to pay him. Now, you got multiple witnesses involved in this situation, and nobody could give you guys a number. See, it started off as a murder for hire case, and then they transitioned.
I just thought about that. You can't charge a murder for hire if you don't even know how much I was trying to pay somebody. It's not a murder for hire. You can't give me the exact amount of how much money it was. Lil Durk is he might real life beat this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm all about, you know, real. I'm about justice too, G. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like that little Pap shit was ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie. That shit made me sick to my stomach. Cause if that was, like I said from the beginning of the video, if that was my people, folks, I would not feel right about this shit. I would real life want Lil Durk to go to jail for the rest of his life. Real shit. Cause at the end of the day, that is a fucked up situation. Lil bro didn't have shit to do with this. Lil bro said a couple bogus ass words on Twitter. You know how much bullshit I did in my life? You real shit. Way more than some fucking words on Twitter. Come on, G. That little nigga didn't deserve to die that day. And honestly, if y'all was gonna kill somebody that day, y'all should have got y'all target. Y'all missed y'all target on top of that. Even though it would have been bogus either way, still. You feel me? That's how I feel about it too. Like I can't sit up here and act like, yeah, he gonna be free, but look, because the killers, yeah, they should go to jail. Now, I don't want to see Lil Durk go to jail for life. I really don't. But at the same time, we can't be bogus as hell and act like if he didn't orchestrate this shit. Like, they just had the message of Lil Durk talking about, basically, man, let them make peace with the switch. Like, fuck, F the peace. So, I don't know if they can confirm that came from Lil Durk. But if they can confirm that came from Lil Durk, it's like, we don't need more killers on the street, G. We really don't. Keep it real. We just don't need more killers on the street.
Well, no, he offered them like musical opportunities with his label if they did this. But everybody involved were already associated with OTF. OTF DD was already associated or signed. Like everybody involved has some role in OTF. They had some role. So you can't say this is for musical opportunities when Lil Durk was already giving them musical opportunities. It doesn't make sense. But again, pay attention to how they still have not named what the reward was. They haven't named how much the payment was at all. And there's multiple people involved in this who's testifying, but nobody has a number. So how is it a murder for hire? So right. They continue and they says, the prosecution called it a case of both revenge and reward, describing the morning of August 18th as frantic in nature. The group traveled with only the shirts on their backs. On August 18th and 19th, 2 white sedans with tinted windows, 1 rented and 1 stolen, allegedly stalked Quando Rondo before he was targeted at a gas station on August 19th. The first vehicle you see is directly behind Quando Rondo's black truck. And then if you look up the screen, you see another white vehicle. So apparently both of those vehicles was trailing behind Quando Rondo, which again, like, I don't know, like, again, I'm not a criminal, right? I don't have a criminal mind. So I can't tell you exactly why.
That's crazy. Hey, Flacco, look. Being criminal minded is just trying to get away. I'm gonna keep it real. And riding around in all white cars, not saying the color of the car really mattered, but let's just keep it real, y'all. It was sloppy. Y'all know this shit was sloppy as fuck. Y'all know this was sloppy as fuck. Now, you know what I'm saying? Whether Lil Durk beat this or not, that's a whole different conversation. But this right here, this was goofy nigga shit. They're trailing 2 cars. If I'm not mistaken, it almost looks like 3 cars are circled because there's one way in the back. And then there's another one, Infinity, and then you got a BMW. And they're pointing in the car. Oh, no. I just lied. There's 2 cars. They just put it up close with the BMW and the Infinity. So they're trailing. They're actually trailing him a few cars behind. That white BMW right there is actually not right behind that. It's not behind that car. That's the car way back there, that circle. So they're trailing. So they trying to play it slick as hell, but this so fucked up, dude.
They used 2 cars
and they being recorded.
One, I can't tell you that. But yeah, those 2 cars were tracking them the entire time. When they ultimately stalked Quando Rondo and arrived at the gas station, 18 bullets were fired. 3 shooters were dressed in black and wearing ski masks. The prosecution alleged that Lil Durk was at his rental home waiting for updates by phone. GPS data from the rental car allegedly showed it traveled to Lil Durk's rental home multiple times over the 2 days. The prosecution also alleged that Lil Durk tried to flee the country and ran from the FBI. Now, here's the thing, and I don't...
So what? What? We doing murders downtown LA with our phones waiting for messages and shit in bright white cars, shooting up the gas station 18 times and then going to the house we rented out. And Lil Durk name? Like, I'm sorry y'all, folks, but like, I can't just say like this. Oh, I can't. Like, this shit's so sloppy. It's so goofy to me. It's so goofy to me. Like, this shit, I understand we gonna get them by any means necessary. Well, then go do your time by any means necessary, my nigga. Oh, and fuck y'all, bitch. What y'all fighting for at this point? That's why niggas is snitching, because they caught like a mug. They know it was sloppy. They know they goofies. That's why niggas out here snitching and trying to get up off there. That's why Vonnie ass snitching for real. Because Vonnie ass is straight goofy. He bogus as hell. He was already stealing. He was already being a goofy. Now that all this shit that came out and he's snitching, Vonnie ass trying to go hit PC right after this. He trying to go hit out of town. I'm going to be real. He trying to be in PC. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about protective custody in the real world. Like, he trying to beat prison all the way around. He just proposed to his shorty. Like, Vonnie bogus as hell. I'm gonna be so real. Vonnie is a lame ass nigga, but everybody dumb. Y'all see how much evidence y'all got? Like, y'all moving like you can't get caught. Or you moving like, yeah, I'm gonna go to jail. I don't give a fuck. Well, then go to jail then, bro. Just go to jail.
I understand why criminals use rental cars. Because
I don't get
if
it,
the
bro.
rental company sees their car on the news.
Like, I have not watched this video yet, but that is just a common sense answer. Anybody with common sense will say this is dumb. That's why I think and I highly believe the niggas who did this was on drugs. They had a drug-infested mind, so far from being sober, they doing shit that don't make sense. But they gonna make it make sense. And so now you in this situation, and I bet you now that they sobered up because they locked up and they can't get to them drugs, they probably sitting down looking like, what the fuck was I thinking? And that's probably why a lot of these niggas is snitching. Because once you get sobered up, bro, and you not hitting that smoke, you're not popping them pills, you're not hitting that drink no more, them combinations, once you hitting that shit, you'll do a lot of shit. You'll do a lot of off-the-wall shit. I swear to God. You'll do a lot of shit. You'll be like, what? You know what I'm saying? But if you were sober, you'll never do. If you were sober, you'll think. You know what I'm saying? But I'm convinced these niggas was high as a kite. You gotta be high. And then when they sobered up, they realized how dumb they was. They snitched and folded immediately. Because they know they finna go drop and do 30 to 50. Easy. Life. That's the rest of their life. None of these niggas gonna be alive in the next 30 to 40 years. Most of these niggas gonna be dead. 90% of them. If not all of them. They not trying to give the rest of their life in jail. That's why they snitching. And you not gonna get high in jail. You not finna be off the drink, off the pill, off the gas in jail. That's not happening like that. You might get certain moments where, you know, whatever. You know, you might get high in there somehow. I know they be smoking some K2 in that bitch, but nigga, that ain't how it is out here. So shit. That's what's happening. Motherfuckers sobering up and realizing they straight goofies.
Wouldn't they just say, oh yeah, no, that's our car, yeah, no, we have all the information of who rented out our vehicle, right? Like, from my perspective, like isn't a rental car the worst possible thing you could use
the worst
in a murder case? Because the rental company have a record of who rented out the vehicle.
They got a record who rented out. They got you on video. They know your name, your last name. You can't get fake IDs. If you did give them a fake ID, you going to jail for that. Like, bro, it's the dumbest decision you can make. I mean, ding dong.
But apparently,
shit crazy.
Yeah, okay. So the prosecution claimed Lil Durk was at his Airbnb waiting on updates via phone. Now, I was also told that Lil Durk was doing a podcast earlier in the day as well. So he did a podcast, then he went home. But Lil Durk was nowhere in sight. He was nowhere around. OTF Vonnie is who orchestrated and masterminded the entire operation, even got fake license plates for the rental car and the stolen vehicles. So Vonnie was the mastermind. Now, Vonnie is testifying he did all of this because Lil Durk told him so. The defense for Lil Durk, now this is where I tell you guys that OTF Vonnie, Kayvon Grant cooperating and coming to trial and taking a stand is actually the best thing that could have happened for Lil Durk. Because the worst case scenario here is OTF Vonnie keeping it quiet, right? Keeping it stand up. And then OTF Vonnie and Lil Durk has to go to trial together as co-defendants. And now Lil Durk can't really give his defense. He can't really say anything. He just gotta, fight this case with Vonnie and them. But because Vonnie came to court and testified against Lil Durk, now Lil Durk got to get out of jail free card. Now Lil Durk can do what he was supposed to do from the very beginning, which is, pin this entire case on the Dusties. Okay? Woo! Come to court and tell them white folks, Nah, man, OTF Vonnie did this. I ain't do this.
Nah, he ain't
I'm
do
a multi-millionaire. Nah, I'm a musical
What?
artist, man. I ain't no street dude, man. Nah, man. A bunch of street thugs, they did this. I don't know what's going on. That should.
Lil Durk is snitching like. If y'all made it this far, like and subscribe. We gotta break this video down.
Been his defense from the very beginning, but he couldn't give that defense at all the other court dates because he was not sure yet that OTF Vonnie was testifying. But now that he's sure, Lil Durk and them in their opening statement,
it's fair game.
The entire case on OTF Vonnie. Good
news. Yep, that's what you supposed to do. Cause fuck them niggas. Them niggas is trying to send your ass under the jail. Fuck these niggas. Hey, y'all couldn't hold it down for me. I ain't holding it down for you. That needs to be the new street rules. That's some shit I can get behind. I'm gonna keep it so real. Even though, like I said before, I want justice, but at the end of the day, I don't like Vonnie ass. Vonnie ass was bogus. He was stealing. He was lying. And his ass was setting this shit up. And his ass, even if he got orders from Lil Durk, the first thing he did was go tail like a motherfucker when shit wasn't going his way. And he planning on getting married and running the fuck off somewhere. What? Hell nah. I'm happy Lil Durk came out and said this shit on Vonnie. I'm happy he did that shit. And I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me. I'm happy Lil Durk said what he said. Shit. Fuck y'all talking about. Like I said, because at the end of the day, when everybody throwing on this is a message to everybody. This shit ain't worth it. This OTF Lil Durk, this shit ain't worth it. These the biggest gangsters in the world. These the biggest hip-hop gangsters in the world. These the one with the image. This the one all the young niggas look up to. These the biggest gangsters in the world. They telling on each other, my nigga. Stop thinking this shit real. Stop thinking this shit is loyal. Ain't nothing loyal. Ain't nothing real about this shit, nigga. Get the fuck out the streets. Go take care of your family, nigga. That's what's important. You see this shit right here? You see this shit right here? Woo! Everybody.
Lil Durk, he got one black juror on the jury. If that means anything to you guys. Now, the opening statement for the defense will start off by claiming, Lil Durk was a leader of a successful label, not a criminal organization. So what are these people saying? They would also say that OTF Jam, who's supposed to be testifying, is not credible. He's desperate, right? Because he's a confessed killer. He's an admitted killer. He was interviewed over 30 times by law enforcement. He's been given information on any and everyone he could give information on because he don't want to rot in jail. So he's here testifying that he's not credible. He's willing to say whatever he got to say to get out of jail. They would also say this is a story of revenge, okay? The prosecution said today that Casey Hester, OTF Jam, Kayvon Grant, and Keith Jones Flocka would testify for the prosecution. Yeah. Now, the defense will also confirm, listen, okay, we agree this is a tragedy, but Lil Durk was not there. Lil Durk was not connected to it. Lil Durk was actually home at the time that this was happening. Now, this is something that I didn't know. I didn't know Lil Durk actually lived in LA at the time, which would also matter, right, when we're figuring out how Lil Durk was able to get Quando Rondo's drop. Because to a lot of people, Lil Durk was in Atlanta or Lil Durk was in Chicago. Quando Rondo was visiting LA and they hopped.
Oh, he probably left the A because that shootout. And he probably went out to LA right quick just with a new low. Ooh.
On a plane to get there. But apparently, Lil Durk lived in LA. Lil Durk already had connections with the Rolling 60s. So when Quando Rondo get into town, he's tapping in with the Rolling 60s. Not knowing the Rolling 60s is feeding his information to Lil Durk.
Lil Durk.
Cold game, right? Which is wild.
This your game. Another reason why you get out the streets. Quando Rondo was supposed to be Crip. He's supposed to be Crip. He always rocking that blue bandana. Rolling 60s is Crip, and from what I heard, that's Crip. So, you telling me the gang I fuck with in LA, where Crips and Bloods damn near started, the gang I fuck with is feeding some nigga from Chicago who BD. They don't even got BDs and GDs in LA. That's Chicago shit. You feeding this nigga from Chicago information about my drop, and I'm supposed to be one of y'all. Do the streets make sense? Do the streets make sense, bro? Do the streets make sense? Durk probably offered them niggas a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? A couple dollars. Dropped off some money to their ass. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, now one of they guys on their team is basically getting backdoored by his crew. Basically. That's like if I'm GD, and this is hypothetically, I don't gangbang. I'm just saying hypothetically. If I'm GD and I'm coming home to Chicago, and I'm like, hey, cuz, I don't know what Pat. I think Quando Rondo from like Alabama or whatever the case may be. But if I'm GD and I'm coming home and I'm letting the GDs know, hey, I'm in the hood, folks. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all watch my low, make sure shit goes straight. I'm in the hood, folks. And they're feeding my information to some out of town nigga that's like a blood or some bullshit that's not even in Chicago like at all like that. Ain't no Bloods in Crips in Chicago. And you feed him his information for his people to come kill me. That's the most backdoor shit in the world, gang. And that's what happened. That's what happened, man. Fuck the streets. The streets is full of fake gangsters. Everybody telling on each other, backdooring on each other, killing each other. My nigga, this shit's stupid. I'm gonna be real.
Yo, when that happened, Quando Rondo stopped rocking with the Rolling 60s in like LA. Big U and Quando Rondo had a back and forth on the internet where Big U told Quando Rondo, don't call me now when something happened because you wasn't tapping in before Lil Pop was murdered. Right? Wow. So we already know what that means, bro. Hey, bro, you wasn't paying that extortion fee. You came to court. No, you came to town. You got spanked, and now you calling. But you wasn't calling when we needed that extortion fee from you, bro. Cold world, bro.
Cold fucking world. And Big, you a grown ass man in another nigga pockets in the city he don't fucking own. He not the president. He not the mayor. He don't own shit in LA for real. And the only nigga that did own some shit out there, he fucking got smoked allegedly. And now you telling me you backdoored your mans because he ain't pay you when he came in town? You in my pockets that deep, Joe? I bet you if I was a broke nigga down the street, nigga, you wouldn't have done none of that shit. But you in my pocket so fucking heavy, you trying to extort. I ain't gonna lie, I hate these street niggas. I think Big U a sucker, nigga. Straight like that, up and down. Don't care how nobody feel about that. That's the most sucker shit in the world, nigga. Go get your own cheese, you grown, broke-ass little boy. You's a boy, nigga. Straight up.
Old world, okay? So the defense says you would hear from Kevon Grant. He would testify he was Durk's personal assistant. He was a guy who did everything, right? He booked a rental car. He booked the fake license plates. He bought ski masks. And they also confirmed that Lil Durk was living in Encino with his wife, Indy. He was living in LA because he's a performer. There are allegations of murder for hire. And this is what I said earlier. There is no money to follow. There's no payment. There's no bounty. There is not a murder for hire when nobody got paid. Mr. Hester is eager to kill Quando Rondo. Mr. Hester is angry that Mr. Wilson, OTF Diddy, is not participating. Mr. Wilson did not admit to a crime. Craig Harbaugh said during his opening statements, he's the lawyer for OTF Diddy. Now, if you guys have already forgotten, who Hester is OTF Jam, okay? So apparently OTF Jam, who by the way was was the body man, okay? OTF Jam was the person they brought for the bodies. I think he got over 20 bodies or so. Lil Durk is bragging about not paying OTF Jam for bodies over the jailhouse phone once they found out that OTF Jam was a rat. But apparently, OTF Jam and OTF Vonnie already had the drop on Quando Rondo and them a day or two before Lil Durk and everybody got into town. And they were mad that nobody wanted to move fast enough. So the two people, right, who were eager, who devised up the plan to murder Quando Rondo and Lil Pop, now they the two who's telling on Lil Durk and others that they course into this, revenge plot. This is where Lil Durk's defense starts cooking. They strongly dispute the narrative that Lil Durk had the most to gain for this revenge. They strongly dispute the narrative that Lil Durk was the mastermind with the most motivation. They're saying, no, the mastermind who's in court testifying against Lil Durk, that's the person with the most motivation, and they ran through the motivation for OTF Vonnie and why he wanted to do this. So first off, OTF Vonnie and King Von were cousins according to Lil Durk's defense team, and they were extremely close. They detailed that OTF Vonnie managed King Von's finances, lived with King Von, and the two even shared a bank account. Now
they did. That's that time that Vonnie was asking for that money. Y'all remember that? I mean, King Von was asking for that money from Von, and because he had access to their bank accounts, and I guess they share the bank account. Now, mind you, Vonnie and King Von ain't real cousins. They just cool type shit. Like they like in Chicago, like if your OGs is cool with each other, your pops is cool with each other, you fuck around know that they kids like y'all automatically kind of. Now it don't mean y'all automatically cool, but y'all like, oh okay. Like if I'm Lil Ray, and this little and let's just say Lil folks or Lil Joe, if my dad is cool with Big Joe, and if Big Ray is cool with Big Joe, Lil Ray will be me, and Lil Joe, me and him would just automatically be like, what's up, folks? Like, cool. But that don't mean we grew up with each other. That don't mean we know each other. That just mean like, oh shit, I like my pop, you like your pops. We supposed to be cool type shit. What's up, folks? Like, just off the strength. That's it. That's it. I only think that's I know for a fact I seen that in Chicago because I grew up. I grew up in Harvey, so like I've seen that all my life. Like my pops, anybody my pops is cool with, I'm cool with Lil Bro, most likely. We might not stay cool, but initially it's like, oh, what's up, folks? It's one of them. So that's all that is, G. They not real blood cousins. They just cool by association. They cool because of what's going on. But they ain't really rocking like that. I had to do my research on that. They not really rocking like that.
Reiterated multiple times, the two were close as could be, and said that OTF Vonnie was there when King Von was shot in 2020. Now, here's the thing. Now, here is something that we didn't know. Now, we don't know where they got this from. Probably from Durk. But the defense team stated that King Von's final words to OTF Vonnie was, "Why did you let me get shot?" That's so powerful, bruh. And this is such a great defense. Imagine speaking to a jury of essentially 12 strangers.
So now basically what you can say is Vonnie did that shit. Vonnie did that shit because he felt bad that he got King Von. They were so close. And so since he felt bad that King Von told him what he told him, and he felt like he was the reason why Von got killed, that's motive, nigga. That is now motive as to why Vonnie did what he did. That just gave the feds motive. So now, damn, this just paid a Lil Durk favor. Straight up. Because now it's like, Von didn't tell me that shit. Von told Vonnie that. And Vonnie and him was living together, and they mad cool. And they damn near so close, they like cousins. So shit, people label them cousins. They not even real cousins. But whole time, Vonnie's stealing, lying, backdooring everybody. And he's snitching. You know, and I'm sure Durk has something to do with it, but shit, Durk can play it like this now for sure.
And the 12 strangers have to decide, hold on, y'all saying Lil Durk was the mastermind for this, but his blood cousin booked the flights. The blood cousin booked everything. The blood cousin got the fake license.
They not blood. That's the only thing. Like, if it come out in court, like, they not blood, but they close as hell. But they not blood, G.
Blood cousin got the guns. Oh, by the way, the blood cousin was the most motivated to get revenge for King Von. Because King Von, last words to him was, "Why did you let me get shot?" He was there when it happened.
Yeah.
Right? He was angered. He was angry. He wanted revenge. He was bloodthirsty. But he's testifying in court that Lil Durk was the one who forced him into doing this when he had the most motivation to do it. Oh, this is so brilliant, okay? Now, they agree with the prosecution that this murder was driven by a need for revenge, but said that Kayvon Grant enacted that revenge, not Lil Durk. They stated the text and messages the prosecution would show as evidence was taken out of context. They highlighted that Lil Durk was not a leader. They further said people did not even listen to him. The defense stated that Lil Durk was a successful, well-known face, which is why the prosecution was looking to blame him. When Kayvon Grant was approached as a search warrant was being executed at his home, the defense stated a light bulb came on. They said OTF Vonnie told officials whose credit card was used. Alleged OTF Vonnie knowingly used the company card and turned it on Lil Durk when he was pressed. Now, first off, I don't believe that OTF Vonnie used Lil Durk's credit card, right, without anybody knowing, right? Clearly.
So that's why he did that. So, I mean, what they can say is, because Vonnie just put himself in a trick bag from talking too much. So what they gonna say is, well, shit, how did he know a credit card was used? How did he know what credit card? Like, you know what I'm saying? Vonnie already knew when he was swiping Lil Durk's card in the back of his mind. Even if Lil Durk had everything to do with this, Vonnie already knew, shit, it's his card. This ain't my shit. And I don't think Lil Durk will be that dumb. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. I think he will be that dumb to give him his card. I do. I ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Vonnie telling on himself. Vonnie in there talking like a motherfucker. And he telling on himself. And so now the lawyers can say how he know what credit card was used. How he know, oh, it's looking bad, bro.
Clearly,
Vonnie ass
OTF
bogus as
Vonnie
hell.
used those credit cards, right, with Lil Durk's permission. But if you are Lil Durk's defense team, of course you come to court and say that.
Right, exactly.
Now, these dudes is foul,
exactly.
bro. OTF Vonnie ain't even wait to be arrested. OTF Vonnie ain't even wait to be in the jail cell. He was already cooperating. Nope. As soon as they showed up and put him in cuffs, he was already testifying. Yep. Like, ain't that crazy?
He's going to jail. Yeah.
He was already cooperating. In the home, he was cooperating, bro.
Yep.
Huh? What? I didn't. No. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Check. Nah. Check the records. Who our credit card was used? You see?
Damn shame.
Oh, nah. This is cold. But people are claiming that Lil Durk is snitching or Lil Durk is a rat
smart.
because Lil Durk's defense team.
Fuck what everybody thinking. Lil Durk, get your bitch ass out of jail. First and foremost, get out of jail. You got a family to feed. These niggas want to go crash out. Stop crashing out with them. Now, Lil Durk, if you gonna get out of jail and you go right back to jail, I don't know what to tell you. But honest to God, I would did the same thing. You niggas was trying to get me locked up for so long. It's over with, nigga. What Lil Durk supposed to do, y'all? At what point do we just say, hey, man, let's stop the bullshit? What is he supposed to do? My nigga, if he orchestrated this shit and he got them off the street, I'm all against lock Lil Durk up. If they can prove that they did that, lock Lil Durk ass the fuck up. There's no more questions about it. Lock his ass up. But if y'all... If y'all can't prove it, get his ass the fuck out of there. And you damn right. If Vonnie the one that wanted to play crazy and thought he was just finna do some old bogus ass shit, come in for the ride and not eat your consequences, nah, you the first one that get to go sit the fuck down. Because you think this shit a game for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all want Lil Durk to come home, but at the same time, if he come home and it's just more bullshit, it's like, what the fuck? So I'm in the middle with it. Like, if they can prove he did it, send his ass to jail. But if they can't prove Lil Durk did that shit, send his ass home immediately. Straight up.
Their entire argument is OTF Vonnie did this. OTF Vonnie is the mastermind. OTF Vonnie had the revenge on his mind. King Von told OTF Vonnie, those final words, and that made him bloodthirsty. I don't think that's snitching. Now, I don't know what the rules is to snitching. If somebody tell on you, can you tell on them? Some people say, no, you can't tell on somebody because they tell on you. I say you are a dummy if you don't tell on somebody if they tell on you. It's like the
crazy as hell.
The Troy Ave and Taxstone case. Bro, Taxstone was cooperating as soon as Taxstone got arrested. Troy Ave took the stand. Now they're saying Troy Ave a rat for telling on somebody who told on him first. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to Lil Durk and OTF Vonnie, if Vonnie is taking a stand to bury Lil Durk ain't allowed to bury Vonnie first. Lil Durk and his defense team ain't allowed to put the case on OTF Vonnie when Vonnie is putting it on Lil Durk.
Yeah, I know, bro. But when you, according to the streets, and these niggas, you gotta die behind this shit. You gotta go throw your whole life away behind this shit because that's what makes you real. The only way you real is if you give everything up to the feds. Throw your life away. That's the only way. I've come to the conclusion that's the only way you are considered real. Niggas don't even respect you if you don't go to jail. Let's say you get money and you just out the way. Niggas ain't even respecting you nowadays because you ain't gone to jail and did some time. Like, it's so fucked up out here in our community, bro. Like, why the hell we gotta kill each other or go to jail for this shit to make sense? Why do you gotta do all that just to be considered real and cool in our community? Why you gotta do that? Like, that shit so lame as hell. Like, bro, that shit gotta stop, gang. Tell me what the purpose is. Tell me what are we getting from that? Think about think about this. Your mama brought you into this world by yourself. Hopefully, if you had a mom that cherished you or somebody in your life that cherished you, how when they brought you up and raised you, how much they loved you and protected you growing up, you gonna throw all that away for an opinion of another nigga. I'm all about facing your consequences. If you want to be a killer, go be a killer. It come with consequences. You might do time in jail forever. But if you know damn well you don't want to be no killer, you don't want to go do no time, fuck the street shit and stop caring what the next niggas say about if you real or not. You know how many niggas get comment on my shit all the time, calling me bogus as hell because I need folks to go to jail or fuck gangbangers. Niggas get on my shit every day and clown me. Fuck these niggas. My life ain't changing. My life is elevating and getting better every day. Fuck them niggas, bro.
What are the rules here? I want to know. I want to know what the rules here now is, man.
Ain't no rule, Flacco. The rules is throw your life away or you not real. That's the new set of rules in 2026 for these dumbass crash out niggas. If you want to be in the street still, go right ahead. I think that's the dumbest shit in the world. I think we're in an era where that shit's so fucking stupid. It don't make any more sense. If you still pushing that street shit, you damn near the goofy. I'm just gonna keep it real. It's so sad that some of these street niggas think they the cool guys. You not the cool kid no more, bro. You are the lamest nigga in the room. Because everybody getting money, moving on with their life, having an actually fun, decent, halfway life. Life come with enough bullshit already, cuz. It come with enough problems how it is, bro. Even if you become rich, it come with problems, G. Why would you add on to that by being a killer and gangster and gangbanger and showing out for niggas? Why? It's impossible to enjoy life like that. Impossible. You can't enjoy life like that, gang. You can't. Keep your fucking head on together. Do what you need to do. And stay locked in. That's what's important, Joe. Alright, until next time, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in to Evan Seals TV. Hit that like and subscribe button for more content. We are officially back posting every day, all day, baby.